Dear Lord, thank you for allowing us to be here. Thank you for allowing us to be here safe. Thank you for giving us the strength to keep progressing, keep being here, keep being family, keep having love, keep being love and showing love. Thank you, of course, for the day and the many more days that we have to prosper in this world. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Welcome back to the NSP podcast. I'm your host, Mackolous. We're here with D, we're here with Day Day, and we're here with Trelly and Renzo. And we have a special guest with us today.
For real.
Her name is Ashley. And we will allow her to introduce herself. But the topic of discussion today will be entrepreneurship versus 9 to 5. Now, Ashley.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your background? You know, what do you do? And what brings you today?
Okay, so I'm here because I'm Team Day Day.
That's how you start the podcast?
No.
Reinforcement. I got red.
No. But I'm Ashley Robinson. I'm an author. I've been published since 2016. I have over 20 books on Amazon. I have 3 in Barnes & Nobles, and I think my top seller is Imani, which was my debut novel. That's also in like libraries and stuff like that. So I pretty much do poetry, urban fiction, and urban romance. So Imani, why that's the top favorite, because it talks about anything that's Baltimore based. Like it starts from the Freddie Gray riots, and we talk about sex trafficking, human trafficking, strippers. We talk about the rising rate of STDs and HIV. So I'm giving you love and hip hop on paper, but I'm informing y'all what's really going on so y'all can know what to look out for. So that's a little bit about me from West Baltimore, Emerson Village. So shout out them. That's my friend. So
So how do you feel personally for yourself about being an entrepreneur versus having a 9 to 5? What's your take on it?
I'm in the middle because I still technically work a 9 to 5. I basically work my 9 to 5 to fund my lifestyle, also my business, because now I'm self-published. I own my own publishing company called Money Trees Publications. So with that, I have to pay for designers, pay for editors, pay for promotion, things of that nature. And I also help other authors. So if they want to come on and sign with me, they don't got to pay out of pocket for nothing. And we split their sales 50-50 versus other publishing companies want 60-40, 70-30, stuff like that. I don't do that because as the author, as the creator, you are putting in a lot of work, even though I might be footing the bill for you. So I need to work my 9 to 5 for that. But it is a difference. I feel like in order to be a good entrepreneur, you do kind of, in a sense, have to come from humble beginnings. Because you know how to work all aspects. You know how to talk to people. You know what you would want in employees in the future or when you do get employees. You also know how to do your employee's job. At the end of the day, I can hire a graphic designer, but, I can't bring it on camera now, but the book that I gave Day Day this morning, I designed that cover myself. So I can pay somebody else to do it just because I don't have the time to, or maybe my vision, I can't quite do it that way. But at the same time, I can't critique somebody or complain if I don't know how to fill that role myself. So I feel just very much in the middle about it now as far as linking up with people that's entrepreneurs or 9 to 5, as far as that goes. I feel like you're only as good as the people you surround yourself by. You gotta be a leader, and if you're not hanging around with other people that's leaders and hustlers, you're not going to be that great of an entrepreneur. Your stuff not going to grow. Your brand not going to grow. If you not that good of a 9 to 5, because everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Somebody got to work at McDonald's. And if you ain't that good of a 9 to 5, then you just going to live your life.
That statement she just said was crazy. I don't mean to say it like this, but not everybody is made to be an entrepreneur. And no disrespect, but if you're not used to waking up early, if you're not used to not always having a set plan and having to adapt to certain shit, you're not gonna be a successful entrepreneur. That's my opinion.
And that's completely fine. Like, sometimes you really gotta know how to play your position. Like, I remember one time I was watching the B. Simone podcast with her and best friend, and you know, everybody pretty much knows B. Simone. And her friend was like in the background, and she like, no, but I know how to let you shine. I know what I do behind closed doors. And that don't mean you a beta, you number two. It just means you good at what you do. And somebody else, you know, might be the face of the show or running the show.
I'm gonna let y'all go with comment first before I always gotta come up with something. You know I gotta come up with something. But how y'all feel about entrepreneurs versus 9 to 5?
I feel like you gotta start somewhere. 9 to 5 is usually where you start off, because you, like she was saying, you gotta fund your business. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to fund that business. So, I just look at it like humble beginnings as well, and it's just the work path, the grind you make to get to the entrepreneurship, to learn how entrepreneurs work, to learn how to continue to be an entrepreneur, not just 1 year and then your business down and you don't know what to do, like how to progress and keep leveling up as an entrepreneur so you don't gotta go back to 9 to 5.
And where's the Master Yoda? Failure is the best lesson. So remember that, y'all.
And there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5 either.
Yeah, it's
nothing wrong with it.
But for my entrepreneurs, don't give up because you failed, yo. Failure is how you keep going, how you progress.
Sure.
That shows your grit. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta keep going. You gotta drive yourself past that failure, because it's just a learning curve, my nigga. I'm gonna be professional. It's just a learning curve, you guys. So just keep it pushing.
Consistency is key.
Pushing. Yes, Lord.
For sure.
Because what people be doing is, my bad, I'm gonna let you talk. But what people do is they look at somebody that's in their first year of business is trying to emulate somebody in year 10 of business.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's that Instagram stuff.
Yeah.
Like, nah, it's not microwave, it's not overnight. Like, what they doing right now, they can do that right now.
Yeah.
You can't. You may not got the fan base for it yet.
Right.
Okay.
The truth is the light. You ain't walking in darkness.
And on top of that, you thinking they got 10 years of experience. More than you, so...
Because somebody will give up looking at somebody that's at year 10 and like, oh, they able to do this and do that. I want to do it and try it, and it don't work out the same for them. And then they want to give up. No, keep going.
Right. It's the same as people in 9 to 5s that think they could be the boss, per se, but they not know what the boss might actually do behind the scenes sometimes.
Yeah, because there's a lot of dumb motherfuckers that's bosses.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you always got that one coworker who think they the boss, and it's like, calm yourself down. That's not who you are.
Stay in your lane.
Right. We on the same level.
Let me let you go ahead. Respond.
See how you feel.
I got a question.
I feel like you said, you got to start somewhere. At the same time, though, you have to have the mentality to stay in a 9 to 5. Because I feel like, me personally, I'm not the type of person that can work a 9 to 5 my whole life. I want to be able to run my own shit. I don't want to have to answer to. That's why I do stuff like this. That's why I do stuff like this. My music, but at the same time, I still do need my 9 to 5 to fund shit like this and my music. But it's like, you have to have that, I guess. But also at the same time, there are people whose dreams are just to work in 9 to 5. There's people whose dreams are to work in cybersecurity companies and all that other type of stuff. So you can't really knock that. But it's just you have to have that.
You can always move up. And regardless. Don't ever think that.
It's like you have to have that. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but you have to have that certain mindset to actually to stay in it and stay consistent in it. Because I don't know, not everybody can, like me, not everybody can sit there and want to listen to everybody all day, every day.
I seen a video saying that not enough people. Everybody want to be the boss now. Nobody want to be an employee, and that's another thing that entrepreneurs have to fight with, knowing that 10 times out of 10, if you're gonna be the boss, you're gonna take all the responsibility. No questions asked. But support is a big thing. I think with entrepreneurs, y'all gotta understand. Support y'all people, man. Support the people around y'all. You got different people. Authors. I would have known this lady from nothing, but she's an author, and I'm a supporter regardless. You feel what I'm saying? Just support, yo. Support as an entrepreneur. Support music, whatever you doing, bro. I don't care what it is, bro. I'm gonna support you. If it's something positive, I'm gonna support you, my nigga. Regardless.
One thing I really hate, like you said, just tagging off this whole support shit. One thing I really hate with this whole, like, people try to get, like, they'll go to the fucking whatever Nike store, Gucci store, pay $450, $350 for whatever, but because you a homeboy or you family, whenever they want to get you a discount.
Yeah,
or they want to get
for that top price, my
yeah,
nigga.
no. If you want to actually support somebody, support that shit. Don't ask for no discounts. Don't like pay them.
Some
pay
companies
that
be
man.
digging.
Pay
And
that
tip
woman.
them. Stop being
Exactly, like come on, pay that man, pay that woman. Like they out here, they grinding. They don't got the support. They don't got the sponsorship and all that shit.
Sure
that you paying the $350 for Gucci and all that. They don't got all that shit. They start from the ground.
Yeah, sure enough. And I'm gonna ask you, Ashley, because this is where it's gonna get a little sticky in this motherfucker. For a person that's trying to pursue to be an entrepreneur, could you be in a relationship with somebody full-time 9 to 5 for the rest of their life? Like, is that something? Because that's the question I want to ask. Entrepreneurs in a relationship versus a 9 to 5. Like, because sometimes I see it really can't work because they don't understand your lifestyle that you're trying to live and you're trying to pursue. So get you back involved. How you feel about that?
I got 2 comments. I got something for you, but what he said too, for those who do support, let's just say you're a once in a blue moon supporter, don't complain when the next time you do support them and they price didn't change. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Like, I can up my price just because you paid $10 2 years ago and now they $50. Even with the haircuts, I know men been complaining lately, like, oh, our haircuts now $50. Women, we've been doing that for decades.
No, I paid $40. I paid $40 on Friday.
See, that's one of the reasons you.
Well, he diced my shit, so he deserved that shit. Good guy.
What you got the head on for?
Damn,
It's way hot in it. You gonna say that shit? You're right.
I mean, some people in businesses do tax, but I'm just saying, like, you would support Gucci and Louis and all that. You're not complaining if Bottega come out right now with an ugly shoe. Niggas ain't even like the Yeezys at first because they say it look weird. But now everybody on them, spending $200, $300, $400, $500 on stuff. Okay, so if your homeboy doing the same thing, you supported them once and it was only $100.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I wore them bitches yesterday. Them bitches hard as motherfuckers.
I like them now. It had to grow on me. Yeah. But the point is, if your homeboy charged $100 a year ago, now he charging $2. Go ahead, support. Like, don't complain. But as far as dating an entrepreneur or a 9 to 5er, it gets sticky on both sides. 2 entrepreneurs might not have time for each other, just like an entrepreneur and a 9 to 5er may not have. It's more so the entrepreneur probably don't got time for the 9 to 5er. It depends because a part of building a relationship, I'm big on whoever I'm with. I want that person to be my friend. So if you're my friend, you already know what I'm coming with. You already know how I'm rocking. And some people get very sensitive and emotional when they feel like, because it is a part of a relationship when time is not invested. And time is important, but if you know what it is and what it's for, if you are 9 to 5, let's just say I quit my job and I do writing full time, and my man is a 9 to 5. All right, just support me in the fact of, you know, my mind is on every asset, on every facet of my business. That don't mean that I love you any less. That don't mean you're not important. You could be right by my side watching me late night on the laptop. That's still time spent. You could be watching Martin in the background and I'm typing hee hee ha ha every once in a while and back to the keyboard. You got to figure that shit out so y'all can work. I think people just get sensitive and feel like, oh, that's all you care about, or it's not enough time spent, or I don't understand it. Because if you only a 9 to 5er and that's all you aspire to be, which is okay, you don't have the mindset to know what your boss goes through, what that CEO of your boss goes through, and vice versa. Just like for those entrepreneurs that's out of touch, that been entrepreneurs basically their whole life or had their business for 15, 20 years, they forgot how the Lord totem pole feels. So I feel like you have to be understanding of both of each other's lifestyles and aspects of each other's mentality. Because that's just like both of y'all 9 to 5ers, but you work at a warehouse and I got an office job. Don't come home telling me that your job is harder than mine because you physically tired. Don't do that. Because physical and mental equals out to the same.
Oh, I'm coming. That just...
Yeah, we're going to let you talk. That
motherfucker hit deep. And I was listening, but...
Yeah, the Holy Ghost came out right there. She experienced that firsthand. She experienced that because that's real. Because I hear that debate a lot amongst couples.
Can you explain your experience with that?
I mean, okay, yeah. So, like, everybody knows, you know, I'm a teacher, right? And so I work during the day dealing with children. That is tiring. Like, if
it definitely is.
If you have one kid and you know how they can wreck your nerves, multiply that times 14, and they still trying to give me like a solid 3 more. I get off, I'm tired. Now, my man drive trucks for a living. He get the truck to where it's going, and then he gotta do physical labor. So he be trying to like tell me that like I'm not like I don't understand that he's tired or like I'm insensitive because I'm like, no babe, like wake up, let's do something. Well, he like I've been working all day.
We ain't start some shit.
Who with you at first when you trying to wake this man up to go?
No, I'm sorry. I ain't trying to wake you up. I'm trying to not let you go to sleep.
Crash on the road. Come on, hell no. I was with you at first. Like you said, physical and mental equals out to pretty much the same thing. At the same time, this man is driving all day, all night. Then gotta lift boxes, move crates, do whatever extra shit he gotta do.
And I understand that.
I understand.
Do you? I'm sorry, dude. Because that's double.
I understand, but it's like if I try to prioritize time. If I try to prioritize time for us, it's like wake up, actively be here.
All right. Oh, so
we gonna
so this is planned.
What?
No. I'm trying to get on her side. Was this planned? Like,
there have been times.
All right. So if it's not planned, you still gonna be mad?
No, if it's not planned.
Now we good.
But like, yeah, there'll be times where like we're supposed to go here, and he like, man. You sure you wanna go? Did they come to your birthday? Is it? And it's like, come on, like we said we was gonna do this. Like, let's go do this.
How often does he do that though? Is the issue? If it's,
I mean, it's not that bad. It's not.
Then you shush. You should just be quiet about it. Because I love you, boo. But only because I just said mental and physical is the same. It's on the same level. Unfortunately, he's doing both. Think about how long? Think about the mental capacity it takes to drive.
See, what?
No.
But I'm not trying to. But see, I'm not trying to compare him. I respect what he does.
Right. Okay. I understand him getting. I understand he gets on your nerves by bringing it up and saying, "Well, I do more than you." That would blow me too as his girl. Like, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody asked you that, right? I get it. But at the same time, he's doing double. And I come from being a teacher. You already know I
ain't gonna say that. I got a partner in the truck with him. It ain't like he breaking his back, you know, like they sharing the load.
Okay, I get that. But you driving to work. Let's say driving to work is only 20 minutes, right? He driving for hours. That's meaning mentally, I'm thinking about concentrating on this road, not getting no accidents or nothing. They sending niggas to jail for getting the accidents off them big ass trucks.
For sure.
Alright, so I'm concentrating, making sure I ain't getting no shit, making sure I'm making it to my destination. That's mental. Then once I get to my destination, I have to physically unload this fucking pallet or however many pallets it is. So now he got both on him.
Alright, Ashley, thanks for coming. Who's next?
I wasn't gonna say a damn thing. I'm happy she did.
Y'all think it'd be us?
Just saying, you gotta be a little fair.
I can be fair, but my whole thing is if we like made a commitment, I just expect you to honor it. That's all I be saying.
No, commitment. No,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I fully understand that. If he agreed to going somewhere and he don't do it because he tired, that's fucked up. Now. Certain scenarios, I'll probably done it my damn self. But it is what it is sometimes. We gonna have to argue about it and go to sleep, get some food, and call it a day. Call it a day. Because nigga, I be tired. And then hold up. Because I'm on the same boat as Ashley. Like, I work a 9 to 5 and I definitely do entrepreneurship, like to eventually to get, because I want to run my own businesses. I got my own businesses and I want to keep them flourishing for the future. So eventually I plan on leaving my 9 to 5, but a nigga be tired. My nigga, I can understand where you come from. Like, mentally be drained, my nigga, especially in real estate. Oh my God.
And
it's just a thing.
And I'm not saying you physically don't go through stuff, because I know as a teacher running behind children, especially your age group, they got a lot of energy and it's more than one. You feel outnumbered like a motherfucker. I get it. But the time frame of it is still different.
So still running around with kids.
Go ahead.
I run around with kids too.
I was gonna say Yeah, running around with kids. I've done both. I worked in the daycare and worked in warehouses. So running around with the motherfucking kids for 4 or 5 hours a day ain't nothing compared to carrying those heavy 45, 50-pound boxes.
They gotta be a different breed of nigga to do that shit consistently for 20-something years. Y'all know niggas that do warehouse shit for a long time. Gotta be a different breed of nigga, yo. Y'all got that shit.
That's the only reason I say it's not that bad, because the time frame. You're limited with your time frame versus him. He got they gotta drive for a certain amount of miles. That equal out to different hours every day.
Alright.
Now I'ma ask Nick, cause Nick probably I would say the most versatile entrepreneur, because outside this nigga do every fucking thing.
Jack of all trades.
So do you ever planned on leaving your 9 to 5 full time, or you just is that what's comfortable for you right now? Or you gonna keep juggling?
So the first time that I did do that, example, I did leave my 9 to 5 to pursue entrepreneurship.
Okay.
It was back in 2016.
Okay.
So that's when I started to try to pursue art full time. I tried to do all my disciplines. So for you guys that out there that do not know, I do photography, videography, graphic design, website development, tattoos.
Oh, I'm not retired.
One-stop shop.
You stopped doing tats?
Yeah, I retired.
Damn, just when I was
about to ask.
Podcast.
It would be booming. Yeah, podcast.
It's I cut hair, slew of things. I can get like 10 different incomes. I mean, not to flex.
Period.
Because I got time.
Nigga, a stock broke. He invested in stocks, motherfucker, every goddamn
Period.
So I would say I didn't have all of that knowledge back then.
Indeed.
And I didn't have all the knowledge that I have about running a business as I do right now. So that venture wasn't successful because I already knew my downfall, which was networking. I didn't like the network. I'm a very introverted person, but it's a big part. But it's like my talent was always there, and I feel like people see the talent and the skills, but they don't see the background where it's like I'm working all the time where I don't have time to network. So to answer your question specifically about would I do it again, I more than likely would, depending on the clientele, depending on what it actually might entail, because like I want to get into like more so like weddings and stuff like that, because those are big ticket, like video work and stuff like that. But I feel like it just has to be consistent. Like before, it's like I saved up enough amount where it's like I could have lasted a year. I lasted a year and a half. So I wasn't mad about that. Like I did a few art shows, made a couple bones here and there. So, but yeah, I knew my setback was networking. So I figured like now I have to learn networking. I gotta learn those different
marketing, all that shit.
Marketing, being a leader, and juggling everything. Because to give you guys, Ashley perspective, I work 9 to 5 on top of doing business. I actually work like night shifts, so I work 10 hours a day, every damn day. So it's like dealing with that on top of now having bills of house and all this other stuff. It's a different atmosphere.
You need a foundation.
So back then when I did that, it's like I was still living at home with my people. I was trying it out. If I fail, boom, I get another job, blah, blah, blah. Because I was already at a warehouse for like 5 years at that point. So I said, it's nothing for me to go get another warehouse job. I already got the skills for it. So, but yeah.
One thing I will say, because I see myself doing this a lot, and since you're a person that got a lot of talents and a lot of things, but do you feel like you should have focused on one thing at a time, like full time for a long? Because that would be my problem. I'll be like, I want to dive into so many avenues, and I'm so versatile. Like I want to do different shit, but I never like stick with that one thing and make sure it blow first, and then venture out to somewhere else. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I still feel it.
Yeah, like that's kind of and I think that's what when you're an entrepreneur, when you got that entrepreneur mindset, that's what fuck you up, because you want something to blow. No matter what happens, you want it to blow.
Right.
And I don't give a fuck if you're doing real estate, construction, if you doing what you're doing, like photography, whatever. You want something to blow.
Right.
And I think you gotta learn. Some people gotta learn just to stick to it until it gets there.
Right.
Then venture out to your different avenues to see what what else you want to do with your life. Because me personally, I don't never want to stick with nothing full time forever. I want to be able to sit back and kick my fucking feet up one day and just let the money make itself. So, whatever blows. That's kind of what my mindset is. So that's why I was asking, do you feel like you should have stuck with something and stuck with it all the time, full time? You feel me?
I feel like that's one aspect. Like, you do have to sometimes focus on one thing at a time. But for me, I didn't. And I feel like in one aspect it was a hindrance, but in another it wasn't. Because I started to realize and really think back. I was like, everything that I've ever done, business-wise or artistically, I've done it for myself. Like, I just wanted to accomplish it myself. Like tattooing, when I first started, I started doing them on myself because I wanted to do tattoos on myself. I didn't want to pay nobody else for tattoos.
That makes sense.
So reason why I started cutting my own hair is because my barber went to jail at one time. So you know how we feel about our barbers with taxation shit.
God damn.
So I was like, fuck it, I'ma just try to
How much
cut
your
my
bill,
hair. So that happened early. So that happened at like 15. So I just started to cut my own hair and just experiment. Why not? I was like, fuck it, I do that. But everything I've done for myself, per se. Like video work. That's when I started doing the motivational videos.
Oh yeah,
That's where that started from. It was like
for a minute too.
Right, for a minute, for like 5 years now. So it's so it's like that's where like everything started from a piece. Like I just wanted to do it for myself, and then I was like I could turn it into a business. So it's like the love for it is always there, but it's like sometimes I do feel like I do want to just focus on one thing sometimes because like I'll have like not to put no pressure on y'all, but I'll have everybody around me hit me up for something different, and then I gotta put that other hat on and switch. You feel me? So it's like one day I'm pressing.
Nick, you want to do a t-shirt?
Day I'm
Nick, make a tattoo.
Nick,
Another day I'm doing
you
a
not
tattoo.
embroider?
Another day I'm making a website. Another day I'm embroidering a hoodie. You know what I'm saying? It's just different stuff, and it's like. At that point, I'm like, damn, I might need to just focus on. Nah, you shouldn't feel bad. You shouldn't. You feel it's a good thing.
Nah, that's facts, but at the same time, I don't even be thinking about it because I hit him up like most of the time. Like he didn't do half my tattoos, if not more. So I don't even realize, and I hit him up for tattoos all the time. I don't even be thinking about, okay, Chauncey might be hitting him up for this. Or he might be hitting him up for that. I don't be thinking about it. I just be like, yo, you too. Like, you do that shit too. So like, I don't even be thinking about it. Like, damn.
Nick the plug. Fuck you talking about? Nick gonna get you what you need.
The plug, the wire, the television.
Nick gonna get you what you need when you need it, my nigga.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and then I think it come from love too. Man. Like, so,
Because if he can't do it, he will say no.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's why I never be mad.
More than he can chew.
If the nigga say no, I'm like, you right. Because y'all know you're a busy nigga.
Right.
I know you, my nigga.
Let me make my own graduation cake.
Appreciate you. But Ashley, how do you feel about that? Like, as far as being like one discipline when it comes to entrepreneurship, do you think it's a thing for you, or do you have multiple disciplines for yourself?
No, I'm a creative, so my mind be all over the place. I'm always going to have my hand in something else. Because I see a lot of stuff that I like, see a lot of stuff that I might have learned to do, and I'm like, okay, since I had this skill, how can I harness it? How can I bring it back? Or whatever the case may be. But do I feel like it needs to be a foundation to bring those other avenues in? Yes. So like with me, it took me like 2 years to realize this. Like, all right, people still know me from my books. They wasn't knowing me from guest speaking on other people's podcasts, or me. My daughter, she has a lip gloss line. They were buying from her because she's a child and she's cute, right? But at the end of the day, I'm the parent. I have to run the stuff. So it's like, all right, how can I incorporate all this together? So it's like now we got the book bundles, where it's like, all right, I'm selling my whole catalog and the lip glosses together. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's tough.
That's what's up.
So with that being said, it's like, yeah.
Mommy,
do your thing, get your hands in different pots or whatever, but have a foundation for it's like where your original fan base was from or how people heard of you.
Indeed.
They know where to pull from. They're like, oh, you got that too, bet. And same thing with you. They might have known you from your tattoos and then realized you did other stuff and was like, oh, I bet now I know who to come to too. And with you not having time to network, it probably didn't really affect you that badly, because I can just see from the first time meeting you today, you have a decent personality. Like, I'm not a big networker either. One, because of time, and then two, you ain't gonna catch me just outside, just walking up and down the street saying, hey, buy my book. That's not me.
Right.
I genuinely, like, when I do book signings, it'd be 50,000 other authors with me that been in the game way longer than me. I did a book signing with Charlamagne the God before, but my table sold out.
Because go with
because people vibe with me.
Good job.
So
That's gangster.
That sure the fuck was.
That was
so
some gangster shit.
Nah, say
Cause I ain't even see. I ain't know where she was going with it, but that was straight gangster.
so it's like I'm not big on network. I'm not gonna walk up to Charlamagne the God's table and pull his clientele away and be like, come look at me. No, you walk past. I'm gonna make you like feel a vibe. I'm gonna make you enjoy me, but I'm not like a big networker where I'm like just all up in people's face. I'm not that, but I'm sociable. I'm good, so they vibe with me. Like, oh, I like her, so I'm gonna see. You feel me?
I never been in that community to like the books and stuff. I never really been a book reader, but it seemed like it's probably a peaceful vibe around there in that area with people. I mean,
It's
just
fun.
Imagine going
Knowledge
to
is
like
power.
I mean, I never been a book
imagine
reader.
going to like a album release or album signing, but just a
thank
little
you.
bit less rowdy.
Thank you. I tell people all the time.
Too, I would think.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they have readings and people get to sign books after.
I always wanted to be in a book club. You know.
Yeah.
You feel me?
But he is right. It's definitely like I tell people all the time, the book industry and the music industry is the exact same. The exact same. Down to the shady business or the shadiness period to having to copyright your work. Making sure don't nobody, just like people steal beats and lyrics. People will be out here on Amazon copying and pasting a page out of your book and make it their own.
I done did that 100 times.
So let me ask y'all a question. Doesn't social media kind of make it easier to network now? Like if you kind of just put your shit out there.
Yeah,
I'm good with that.
Yeah, but
I mean, I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying like you don't necessarily have to walk up to people as much anymore because they can.
Yeah, but likes don't equate to dollars.
I'll say no more.
On some platforms.
Like even for us, like our likes don't equate to our subscribers.
Right, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? Or our viewers.
In fucking
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's all
in fucking D's. No cap, bro. Yo, that shit is crazy. That's another topic, though. But go ahead, what was you about to say?
Like, what was your question?
Me?
What you just said?
I said that social media make it easier to network.
Oh yeah. No, I feel like with that it's not the same because like you can like with music, you meet a lot of cool people, but you also meet a lot of weird motherfuckers.
Weird ass niggas.
Weird. So like through the DM you can talk politics, but when you still link in person, you feel what I'm saying?
You gotta have that same energy.
You know what I'm saying? So it really don't make a difference.
Yeah.
It definitely helps.
Whoever you is.
No, it helps.
I mean,
but
I would
nothing.
think, because I was thinking, like, because Nick always say he an introvert, like, so it's like, it makes sense that he don't like to network, but I would think if you just go to Nick's page, you see what he can do, and now it's like, it took the hard work out of it for him.
But what I'm... Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, but at the
Is it
same
just
time,
not-
you still gotta, even still with that, you're right, because I'm an introvert too, so it helps a lot, but at the same time, when it comes to that network, and if the business is right, you still have to meet them in person at some point, depending on what kind of business it is. But social media really just helps you get it all out there to the platforms. Like it gets you to everybody's eyes and gets you in everybody's faces. But when it comes to actually networking and having those conversations, that's when it's pretty much the same.
I just feel like anything is better face to face. Like that boots on the ground shit is real. Like when you got boots on the ground promoting what you got going on, that shows your real passion behind it. You feel what I'm saying? Now I know people is just different, but you can live a false identity on social media, especially with certain things. Like and niggas don't really know. Yeah, like and you can be a whole fraud at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like that boots on the ground shit. You gotta be able to do it. Now. Depends on what it is. Like, you're a content creator like how we do. Now, that's what we live for. We live for social media to blow up. But, you know, like, if you're an author, I feel like you gotta go to them signings. You gotta go to certain shit to do it, to make sure that shit blow, so people get your name out. Now, me personally, with real estate game, I have to be boots on the ground. Like, no questions asked. Like, you gotta go and see a property. You gotta go and meet this person face to face. You gotta go sign them papers. So that's just how it is. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. Like, I think regardless what the business is if you're doing both, that's even great. But if you more boots on the ground and then doing your thing on social media, you know, it should blow regardless. But I think the person-to-person relationship is always the best. You feel me?
Because I've seen some people with like a lot of followers, but I know they get a lot of business from what they post, and it's like sometimes it doesn't equate to the same thing. It's just different.
Yes,
and plus, I mean, you don't want to be no bot. You don't want to just be a person online type shit. You know what I'm saying? Certain people just want to see you and touch you. Like, she's an author. Like they might want to actually see her
And talk to her.
and talk to her,
Shake her hand.
Like,
Even being on live, like just meeting somebody, you know, and having that conversation with them, and you can see their face is a little different than you just making a post. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows that you took the time to talk to me. I was a priority for you for a second. You know what I'm saying? That's why I fuck with it more so. So, you know what I mean?
And then, you know, after a while, businesses grow from social media to, you know, bigger businesses. It's like you might see an ad for like a Shein or a Forever 21 or something like that, but you know, we know they have a store. We know they got a customer service line. We know they got employees at the store.
She ain't got a store?
Oh, my bad. I probably
They got warehouses and shit like that, but I don't think they got no.
No, I thought he meant like a physical store that you can
I don't know.
They might, but it's not in this country.
I'm about to say if they do, it's not in this
It's
country.
definitely not in this country.
Hell no. That shit over in Japan. And
Like Fashion Nova has one, but it's in Cali, so you know, you get it off the ground.
They do? Fashion Nova got one too?
Yeah, they got a store.
So they definitely got a store there. I mean, I would think every big place like that, big business like that got a storefront. One at least. Come on now.
At least one.
Yeah, like somewhere.
I never knew Fashion Nova had a
Like,
store.
I didn't know. Thinking about it, I just like disclaimer. I smoke weed. Cookies. I didn't know that was a fucking. I thought that was just like a whatchamacallit, like a brand. I didn't know they had a storefront and all that shit.
They
I went to
opened
Cali.
one in New York.
Yeah, my point exactly. I didn't know
You
that
would
shit.
know that now, wouldn't you?
I knew that.
Y'all come at me like that.
I'm just saying, like, I didn't know they had a storefront. I just thought that was a brand.
He could be a weed business.
I just thought that was a weed. Did it start out as a storefront?
Yeah.
Oh, it did? Oh, see, I didn't know that. I just thought it was like a brand that got popping.
Okay, so I have a question. It's like a 9 to 5 type question. Do you think, and I'm gonna take it back to the relationship thing for a second. Do you think sometimes relationships work better when you have two people who kind of work in the same like field?
I believe a little bit.
No, yes, I do.
A little bit.
I do
A
too.
lot of no's. Okay.
He said no. I was saying no to him, saying no.
Y'all also understand each other a little bit.
That's what I
Yeah, I
thought.
agree with Nick on that too. I think you gotta
Because
be on the same page.
I think two artists are probably the best together a little bit sometimes because they understand the struggle, the grind it takes, and like teachers, like you would understand a male teacher because y'all know the
You do
same
the same,
stuff. Y'all
yeah.
do the same stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Give me a scenario. What you about to say?
I was ready to say, I said no, but I'm gonna change it because it just depends on the career. Because, like for an example, two teachers, that might work out just because you understand what y'all go through on a day-to-day basis and dealing with these kids. Y'all understand that shit. But like, as far as like two rappers, like, I don't really see that because it's like
Get closer to the mic,
because that's two different lifestyles, and actually just depending on the type of shit that you talk about in your music, like in this day and age, a male rapper and a female rapper, like that really, especially like I don't know, like Lil Uzi and what's that girl?
JT.
Her, yeah, that's a rarity for me because it's like I couldn't see myself. Well, that's just me personally, but just living that lifestyle.
You couldn't
and-
be a celebrity with another celebrity?
No,
Really?
because the lifestyle that I'm living, huh?
You want
you-
seclusion and privacy?
Yes,
You
I'm
want
a
some
private
ass.
person.
So, but you probably then couldn't handle
Exactly.
being a celebrity.
No, I can, but I'm just gonna be the type. I'm gonna be that
A
motherfucker.
J. Cole
What-
type of nigga.
He Lil Duval. They just got on Lil Duval on Twitter the other day saying we ain't never seen him with a shorty. He married though.
Exactly. Exactly. You've never seen his wife.
life.
He got a whole brain. He got a whole good
I feel what you're saying.
You've never seen his wife, but it's just like I couldn't see myself. I guess it's.
But hold up though,
But
because I think her question was saying, you a celebrity, but you deal with somebody got a 9 to 5, right?
that's a lot better for me.
But
Really?
but is it a lot better for her? Is it a lot
Because I
better
would
for
think
her?
somebody,
That's what the question. I'm thinking.
the one that's not
How?
famous couldn't handle it. I would think.
Yeah, what benefit?
Exactly, she gonna quit her job.
Oh, so you want a housewife now?
Yeah.
You want a housewife?
But then
now?
it's
no,
not
that's the
a
thing,
9 to 5 and a celebrity. It's a celebrity and
Listen,
his girlfriend who
You're right.
don't work.
That- this- okay.
Imagine you Drake status and you got a girl that's a lawyer or a doctor. How you gonna tell her stop?
Listen,
And that's her passion. That's what she
exactly
want
what
to
I was
do.
about to say. That's exactly what I was about to say. I can't sit here with a good heart and tell you to quit your shit because I know, like, just like you say, she's a nurse, she's a doctor, she's a
Yeah, she work out for that shit.
That she wanted to do.
So
her
you
whole
young
life,
jocks to this shit. His wife is a realtor.
Exactly. That's what she wanted to do, and she worked her whole life to get there. Just because I blew up and I got millions of dollars, of course I want to take care of you. But if you want to go ahead and do your 9 to 5, go ahead and do your 9 to 5. Just know, if you ever want to quit that shit, you don't feel like dealing with that shit no more, you can go ahead and do it. You ain't got to worry about it. I'm here, but I can't sit here and tell you to stop your dream. That's
So
just
it
me.
sounds like you're saying you don't think they could work because the person who, like, I guess, makes more would have the other one quit their job?
Wait, what?
You basically just said if you was the famous celebrity one and you was dating a realtor and she ever got tired of her job, she could quit because you going, take care of her. So you saying you think two people
Of the same status can't work.
That's not what I'm saying. No, I didn't say that.
That's what it sounds like you're saying.
Thank
You
you.
saying,
At least I know I'm not
JT and
tripping.
Uzi, they not working because they
No, I
majority
didn't
got
say they're not working. I don't know that.
I know what I'm saying. You
I
said you
that's
wouldn't
a
be
rarity for me. Actually, I feel like they might.
So you're surprised that they are working?
Yeah, that's a rarity.
Okay,
I'm
so
surprised
hold
they are
up.
working.
So if you got two entrepreneurs and both of them successful, they couldn't really work together.
No, I said it depends on the career. Like I said, teachers,
Okay.
they could probably
Okay.
do that. I mean, like you said, entrepreneurs, realtors, whatever, they could probably do that. They understand. I don't know. But like I said, just like for an example for me, the first thing that popped in my head was like I said, 2 teachers probably could, 2 rappers probably not.
So it depends.
And I
on
would
the
say,
career.
like, it also probably couldn't work if you do have the same job, depending on the ambition level.
It could not? Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay.
Because, like,
Two
all right,
doctors.
now just put it in perspective. Like, say
Two
you was
doctors
with
is
a
crazy.
guy, he was a teacher, but he learning hella shit. Like, he trying to make it to, like, the college level, principal level, or something
You
like
want to be a
that.
professor,
But he's
right?
like, not to say you're not ambitious as far as, but you had, like, you probably set in the field in grade level that you might want to be in. Like, that's your passion to do that. But his passion is to be the dean of a university.
keep elevating,
It might
right.
be his ambition on the side, like, y'all time spent might be different.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he not around you as much, because he like, nah, I'm trying to be a dean. Like,
Ambition is a make or break in any relationship, though.
it is.
Like, if you're a very ambitious person and you with somebody that you might consider lazy, it's not gonna work.
You know?
See, that's another thing though.
was
What's your
certainly
level of
gonna
like?
cause some
Well, hold up.
issues.
You saying ambition? I'm thinking both of y'all on this question. You saying ambition, and y'all wanna, like you said, you do multiple things at different times. So say you go out and start different businesses, but they cool with their 9 to 5. They making their good money. You can't call them lazy.
No, that's what I'm saying. And it depends on too what you consider lazy.
Oh,
like
sorry.
what's like a deal breaker for you? What would you consider lazy in your relationship? Where you be like, nah, like you just not even on the same wavelength. Like we gotta be on the same, at least in the same chapter. We not on the same page. Like,
Yes.
All right, so see, you said no too, though. Why you say no?
Like, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say no, like, as far as the career choice, like 2 doctors, or like in that nursing field. I don't think.
yeah, I agree with that.
Yo,
I kind of
imagine
agree with
you
that.
an orthopedic surgeon and a brain
I don't
surgeon.
think they can go together.
How the fuck y'all gonna spend time together?
They do it very well on Grey's Anatomy.
They doing good on TV. Make it look so good
No,
on
but I'm
TV.
just
This
saying,
motherfucker
like
said
the
Grey's Anatomy.
core. No, for real, I was joking, but like the core of it, and this is what like Nick Loki said when he said 2 teachers. You understand like the hours this person has to work, the
But
mental
that's what I'm saying.
capacity
It ain't
that
gonna be
come
no
with the
time
job.
spent.
That's what I was trying to say.
It's only 24 hours in a day.
That's what I'm saying. That's
So I guess
probably what I'm trying to
basically the
say.
answer is it
Rabbit
depends
shit.
on what the jobs are that the 2 people have.
Yeah, I
You
agree
ever
with
see
that.
Gray with her
No,
kids?
She's a bad mother.
You don't be with the baby.
She loves them. It just takes a village.
So how she
Yeah,
gonna be with her
I'm gonna
husband?
say,
They gonna watch movies together.
you know what? They right though. For him to bring up the kids, it's making me think about the whole time you was talking. I was thinking about Young Miami and Diddy. They both technically rappers, right?
But they not even in a relationship. It's
Whatever they doing. But listen though.
enjoying life right
Okay,
now.
but still, one of his
Dressed up like
slashes.
Joker and shit.
One of his slashes is a rapper, technically, right? Young Miami, right? That's why I said technically. Young Miami is a rapper. They may not be committed, but they have put it out there that they are dating. Young Miami is with Diddy more than she is physically with her own children.
How do we know that?
They admitted it on her podcast. She said because of her job, she works so much that she literally physically only been at her own house that she just bought twice in 60 days. So she has nannies and her family members taking care of her children. And she said she had a nervous breakdown at one point in time behind it, right before her and JC was supposed to get on stage. And she quit the show like 2 minutes prior to showtime because she wanted to go home. But you still see her flying to Diddy's birthday party though. So I'm saying, like,
I did see them perform one day, and like Miami kind of just walked off the stage.
So that might have been what she was talking about.
Maybe
because she was. It's the episode that she got with Lotto. That's when she was talking about it.
I haven't seen it.
And yeah, so that's real. So I agree with him with the. Have you ever seen Great with the Kids? No, because most people that make a lot of money, they feel like money could solve whatever issues they got, and in that perspective, I'm paying for my village. I'm paying for my nanny, so I can go make this bread.
I'm paying to make my life work in the back.
Yeah, but in the end, that might, you never know. Her teenagers might resent her later on for it, but we don't know what it's sitting for right now. And the same thing with the husband. You know what I'm saying?
But another thing I wanted to piggyback on, y'all, I also think it depends on what phase you in getting to your journey. Like, if you on the grinding phase and you're an entrepreneur, and somebody that's on the grinding phase to becoming like a doctor or something, like y'all schedule gonna be fucked up completely. Y'all gonna be living 2 different schedules, but the grinding part is what you need to respect. That's why I think if you got somebody that's going hard, whatever the fuck they doing, entrepreneurship, whether it's a 9 to 5 or whatever, that's the best part. I think y'all gotta support each other doing that grind. That's why I think it depends on what phase you in. Because if you're an up and coming entrepreneur and you get successful and your person's working 9 to 5, you feel me? Like, y'all gotta be able to understand that it was all about that journey at the end of the day. It was all about the pushing to get there, whatever they decide to do with their life, but just support them full blown.
I feel like that falls back on perception versus reality. The perception for your mate might be, they ain't worried about me.
Yeah.
The reality is my business, my 9 to 5 requires X amount of hours from me or expectations from me. So mentally I might be cut off. Yes, you gotta communicate, but perception versus reality, that's a real thing. Like, a very real thing. Question though, do y'all feel as though this could be either or, dating an entrepreneur, 2 entrepreneurs in a relationship together, or 2 9 to 5ers, or an entrepreneur and a 9 to 5 in a relationship?
Hold on, what?
You were saying which one?
I was saying the question was, I didn't even get to the question. Regardless of how the relationship is, you're with an entrepreneur or a 9 to 5er, or both of y'all are entrepreneurs, or both of y'all are 9 to 5ers. Would y'all relationship work if you felt as though your partner was jealous of you?
I don't know. No. I don't think so. Because, like, what you jealous for?
But some people get intimidated by you doing X, Y, and Z better than them, and like, I don't know. It depends. I feel like if it turns, it's the difference between motivation and jealousy. If it turns into you envying me, because we get that with family members. Like, it don't just gotta be relationships in general. It comes with your family. If you feel like me doing this and doing that and putting myself in a position, and you envy that and don't use it as motivation, or come and get the the knowledge you need to help you out, that's when get the fuck away from me. I hope God wean him away from me, because I know there's probably some people around me that I don't even know that envy me. You feel what I'm saying? I hope God just wean him away from me.
See it and get away from me.
Because piggyback on what you said, I think I had this conversation yesterday too. People only gonna come around when they see you successful eventually. Like I seen a video saying this too, like working out. If you overweight or you real skinny, people gonna be like, oh, you ain't never gonna do this, you ain't gonna never do that. But once you get there, they gonna hop on the wave. You feel what I'm saying? That's some fucked up shit, man. Support me while I'm down, and then it give me the motivation to blow. You feel what I'm saying? Don't just support me when I get there, my nigga. Cause I'm gonna be the nigga that's gonna point you out about that shit. That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't think it works out if the other person jealous. I really don't, because it's like, yeah, like you said, what are you jealous for?
What the fuck are you jealous for?
Everybody, I'm a firm believer. I don't care.
Trying to get away from you.
I don't care who you are. You can be male or female. Everybody can do the same exact thing. Everybody has the ability to do the same exact thing. You might not want to do everything everybody do, because not all of us want to clean up toilets and be in the sewer lines doing that real dirty, grimy stuff that you have to do. But it's like, nah, I wouldn't say it would work, because what are you jealous of at the end of the day? I mean, you could do it too.
They jealous of the very statement you just made, though. We all know. People, I feel like people with common sense know, or people that doesn't have a jealous spirit on them know that you can do the same thing the next person doing, or figure out how, whatever the case may be. But for a person maybe with like low self-esteem that feel like they can't, or is an anointing on your life that's not on theirs, they can't see past that.
That was tough.
Yeah.
But like for instance, like I just got out the car and seen your new whip. The first thing I say, this nigga just motivated me. What the fuck? I'm like, okay, Nick. This nigga just like, that's the type of love you're supposed to have for somebody. Like, simple. I don't leave it at that, yo. No cap.
That's all we want is love out here. That's really much it. Last question on my part. What do you guys feel are attributes of a successful entrepreneur?
Always be open to learn. Like, always, like, you can learn shit from a homeless person. You know what I'm saying? You can learn shit from a janitor. Learn shit from the average person doing something.
Nobody too big, nobody too small.
Yes, indeed.
You'll never want to stop learning, never want to stop getting knowledge, because there's never too much knowledge. Free game.
Free game.
I feel like it's a quote that I want to say was Bruce Lee said. Said, be like water.
That's one of my favorite quotes.
Be like water. Just basically.
He also said, you can never, piggyback when he said, you can never fill a cup that's already full. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Empty your cup. You feel me? Because you want to keep gaining knowledge regardless. Keep emptying your cup, because once you get it, you got to fill it up against some more.
Okay.
But that was tough.
But yeah, just be like water. Be adjustable. Be able to flow in any different situations. Be like water.
Okay. Ashley, what's some aspects that you have for yourself that you feel like make you a successful entrepreneur?
Keep going first. Actually have passion for your craft, because a bad day shouldn't take away your passion for whatever it is you're doing. You're just having a moment. That's with anything in life. Consistency and determination, I think that's what, and being humble too, because just like God gave it to you, He can take it away. Be humble, and you be humble by being a forever student too, by anybody. Just because you the entrepreneur and this person homeless don't mean they don't have something to give you.
Right. There you go.
Last thing I want to say involving your question, Nick, is to be different, y'all. If people keep asking you why you do this or why you do that or how you do this or how you do that, that sometimes is a good thing. People ask me, yo, how you get up and go to the gym all the time? How you get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and go to the gym? It's just because that's me. I'm different. Yeah, I don't mean to say it like that, but that's real shit. Sometimes you gotta have that mindset as an entrepreneur. Like, I'm different. You feel me? That's all.
Wise words out here. Audience out there, tell us what y'all think. Entrepreneurship versus 9 to 5. And Ashley, would you please plug the people to where they can find you?
All my books are on Amazon, so all you have to do is put in my name or put in Imani, IMANI, by Ashley Robinson. All of my books will pop up after that. You can find me on Facebook under Ashley Robinson. I also have an author page on Facebook. It says Authorized Ashley Robinson. Instagram, Bounce That. Don't laugh at the name, y'all. My sister made it and I just never changed it. It's stuck.
I like it.
I know it's cute to play on words, but I just never changed it. Bounce That _ Ash. That's Instagram. I don't get on Twitter no more, so y'all don't gotta worry about that. TikTok, DDA Mom 29. I be promoting myself on there too. So
we have a tag at the bottom of the video and all that good stuff.
And a picture of that book she
So
made.
tell them what they gotta do, Nick.
Go out and support her for one, and
Yes,
always
Lord.
remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Baby D, take us out with a song today, baby.
Today we got Work Hard, Play Hard by my man Wiz Khalifa. Long live Takeoff.
I don't know that.
Yes,
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Namaste.